All right, I just did a 1-minute video. It's July 30th, 2012, and like my 1-minute video has already told you, my YouTube is being interfered with by the government. There's no doubt about it. Computers don't log off automatically unless you press those buttons. And this was done intentionally because I was talking about the 500 families per day, a direct message to the Attorney General who was on CBS being interviewed where she got $18 billion on that bill because of unfair loan practices. These are unconscionable contracts where she talked about dual tracking and no personal direct contact. So they got that removed, and the lawsuit netted $18 billion. There's no retroactive pay for people like me who've already lost their houses. I explained everything that happened to me, and you know what? They interfered with the whole video. Why do you think a computer would do that? Because the NBC, CBS, ABC, they all censor and block with the Bilderberg interest and the rich elite family interest and the people that really are pulling the strings on everybody. This is why I say you deserve all the shootings. You know, and because I'm the one who knows. I've already said that in my other videos. Go see them. Every one of them are titled Colorado Shooting. And from the 21st of July to now, you should be watching every one of the videos. I don't care if you have to sit there an hour or 2 hours. You should be watching every video and making notes. Because these media and this country is the most evil country on the planet. Where's the retroactive report from the media? That wasn't even asked of Miss Harris, or Mrs. Harris, whether she's married or not, I don't care. They glorify her in the news. I'm sure she enjoyed that interview. And then here the interview goes, and they don't talk about anybody that has already been hurt, like me, and other people like me, who are even at the lower, at a lower end than they are, will never own a house. You'll know from my other videos, I was trying to move out of California. The city of Los Angeles set wheels in motion that trapped me here and took my possessions over and over again. It's as if I'm sitting on death row. So this morning, I was telling you my first original video, 11 minutes, 30 seconds of it, before it was cut off, said that I woke up this morning with the same horrible memories. It's difficult for me to get up. Also, my health has been compromised, which means I have been murdered by your society, slowly. I am sitting on death row being murdered. There's no socialized medicine in the United States. Although if I was emperor of this country, there would definitely be socialized medicine. Screw your crappy health bill, Mr. Obama. If you people and your political advisors and Romney's political advisors, I talked about also Romney getting 4 or 8 points ahead of Obama, and that's why he's in the Europe, because this has already been hashed out by the last Bilderberg meeting. And they figure that Romney will become president, and so see, they're flip-flopping the country from this dual dictatorship of Republican to Democrat, to keep you people always on the edge. There is no security. There is no concrete, indestructible symmetry that a family can keep or an individual can keep without there being some compliance or excessive rule that will destroy their ability to hold on to a house or hold on to an apartment or hold on to anything. There are so many unfair issues. It's like in the movie Dave. Kevin Kline gets up there and he says, and he's not the real president, he's a fake. He's standing in for him, he's a double. And he says, you know, there are so many issues. It just crashes into one big noise and nobody can even hear themselves talk anymore. So of course they retreat into a little cocoon of, I can only take care of myself. I can only save my own car. I can only save my own apartment. I can only save my own house. But nobody bands together to fight this dual dictatorship that has been in control of this government and probably other governments as well, where there's nothing but drama, intrigue, excessive egos, and the ability to hold on to large sums of money like $18 billion and only half-ass do anything for anybody that's out there. They took my most important, valuable things in all those motorhomes, cars, boats, and trucks that I had because it was the cheapest way for me to hold on to things because I had been forced prematurely to move my stuff practically wherever I could find onto the street, and I was actually trapped here and kept from moving to Colorado to my own 40 acres. They even took my church bus. The first chance I got, I was going to start a church, and I've already talked about other things I was going to start there in Colorado, besides the museum idea that I was going to start there. Now you people have ruined it for yourselves. I wouldn't start if I got a contract from the shipping industry to all of a sudden, oh Caesar, we want to build your spherical oil barge now because there have been too many oil spills. Well, hey, why'd you wait so long? I wouldn't have lived this life if you had taken up this contract idea with me in 1979 when I first introduced the idea on television. Oh, no, 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 no. They want all those oil spills so that the insurance companies and all that drama and the circulation of money keeps going while the environment is destroyed. Like those guys in Enron where they were recorded saying, burn, baby, burn, that they liked all those fires and all that because it was making money for them. See, I never used to cough and I never used to get headaches. All these things, health issues are happening to me because I don't have a stable place. And I've never had a real stable place. And to me, a stable place is a place where you know you're not really doing anything wrong, and no one can come to your house and make false reports or do anything to cause you grief and agony. And that's what your country did to me. So, Miss Harris, what are you going to do? Are you going to do anything for me? Tomorrow, they're threatening to auction off another one of my storages. And nobody cares. You know, they could care less. The very same people that trap me here are the very same people that don't give a hell anymore. I'm on the street. I spit every time I see a cop. I hate them. They're jerks. Along with the fire department, building and safety, and every other official that works in the city of Los Angeles. You can never sue them directly. You have to file an administrative claim, and then they check it out. And then you have only 6 months to a year that the statute of limitations won't run if you don't file a case. And who has the money, a poor person, to unless they're Rodney King, it has to be severe to get beat up before you can really get attention and sue for big money, and the lawyer will come and do it pro bono. The smaller or other alternative damages that are worse than what Rodney King got, like what I have gone through, they don't pay attention to that. You got to come up with $300 an hour for lousy, stinking, crappy, contradictory, hypocritical, blood-sucking, tax-paying, child-killing lawyers. Where do I get the tax-paying killing? Vietnam, Panama, Iraq, Afghanistan, the carnage, the evil, that war is a controlled economy. Go read the comic book Addicted to War. It's a very good representation of the whole history of the United States and how it has, every time it's gone to war, it's all for resources. It's all to put gas in your car or this or that or whatever, just to get resources. Well, so they cut my video off. I don't know whether it was a computer glitch now or whether somebody just happened to, you know, be viewing my video and decided to cut it off. So where's the help? And then the fact that I've challenged the presidential candidates, both of them, to debate me, and they haven't met me, they haven't answered in a year and a half. There's been 10 debate challenges. There's about to be an 11th. In the month of August, I don't know what holiday to pick to say you have a deadline, Obama and Romney, to meet me on stage to debate me, because I will bury both of you. You and your crappy Bilderberg dual dictatorship Democrat-Republican Party. And that's what you all are. And if it's not the Bilderberg, it's a Trilateral Commission, Rockefeller. You're all puppets. And I'm sure there's experts that try to explain the contradictory situational ironies so that you'll be boxed into a corner and limited at what kind of actions you can take as president or as governor when your political advisors come and tell you all the stuff that you need to know. You know, you make your own quandary. You make your own contradictory painted corners that you paint ideas, actions, wheels in motion. You paint all of those things into corners and leaving people that get elected with very little choices about what they can do. This is why I say you need an office above the president, above the vice president. You need an office above the Constitution, above the law completely, because these people are nuts. You're all nuts. You all contribute to mayhem, quagmire of wars, death, and destruction. There was a child that died in the Colorado Theater. There was a child that died with the congresswoman over there in Arizona. But none of what you do is going to bring that child back. There's a kid that was killed by the police in Anaheim, where there have been riots in Anaheim. None of what you do, violent or peaceful protest, is going to bring that person back. My message to the people in Anaheim, like I said, take your money out of the banks, stop buying gasoline. Hell, if Martin Luther King could boycott a bus company because Rosa Parks wouldn't give up her seat, and that hurt the bus company enough and had Martin Luther King arrested many times, which I call false arrest, or I say retaliatory arrest, which is false, because he was behind the boycotting of the buses, which actually hurt the bus company. Finally, they won, and everybody started using the bus again. So, hey, non-cooperation protest works, and that's all you have to do. If you want same-sex marriage, if you want different laws to be changed, all you got to do is threaten to stop paying taxes, stop cooperating, stop all the stuff that you know they hold the power over you. And once you start doing that, hey, it's a red carpet for you. Every protester becomes a red carpet. I could show you, the people of the United States right now, how you could have prevented me calling you all tax-paying child killers if you had listened to something my older twin said back in 1972 about what the Vietnam protesting anti-war people actually had to do in order to not be involved as a collective in the death and destruction of so many innocent men, women, and children in Vietnam. But nobody listened at that time. Nobody thought. Nobody wanted to form a coalition to do that. Instead, no, they want to do violent stuff, or whether it's violent or peaceful protest, doesn't matter. It really didn't change things. America lost the war in Vietnam anyway. But it doesn't matter. You do have control. You just have to go about it the right way. And Obama's going to show you... Obama's not going to show you how to do it the right way. Romney's not going to show you. The Bilderberg, because they're Bilderberg, Trilateral Commission, Rockefeller puppets. Rich people's puppets. They're not going to show you how to do it. Only people like me who've been through abuse, who've been destroyed over and over and over again, know how to do it. Of course, you do have a problem with electing me as, or demanding, or drafting me as above the law Emperor of the United States of, the newly named United States of Turtle Island. My other videos explain that statement. that doing that, would I really go after the people that have done this to me? You betcha. You betcha. I'm going to go after them with everything I got. And I will use the military and everything I can to dig and find every person. That includes police officials, fire department, building and safety. I will move mountains to find each and every person, every private individual that has ever hurt me, either directly or indirectly. I will move mountains to get even with every last one of you and make you feel the same pain you make me feel every day. Why do you need a strong leader that I claim, like me, that I claim to be? Because that's the only way things are going to change and get better. Now, truthfully, if you offered me all that power and all the gold in the world and all the money, I'd give it up immediately. And I wouldn't want to be emperor or some powerful figure if I woke up tomorrow morning 16. Or, so I could start over again. Or, if you could have a time machine, and I could go back and alter everything so that things would not turn out the way they turned out. But that only happens in the movie. Alternative endings, they call it. And we all know that's impossible. So I would have to ask the sun, the moon, and the stars, and all the power that a person has ever had on this planet, so that I can make the US dollar better. Oh, I can do it in an instant, just like that. Of course, I'd have to consult in-the-know advisors and professors from universities, people experts in economics. I'm not an idiot. You know, I wouldn't do anything without advice. And then I would use my own, what I call super intelligent thinking, and figure out if there are any loopholes in the advice that I would be getting, and then I'd present it to the people, because I wouldn't want to make a decision like that anyway. I expect all you people to be in the same hot seat I would be in if I had that kind of power, because believe me, anybody that has that kind of authority is actually the right word, not power, would have to say, you know, well, do we have an educated public, educated enough to be able to help make a decision like that? How would it benefit all of us, or at least so much of the majority that the minority would also get benefits as well? That's why they have a minority and a majority whip in Congress. At least that's what they call them. But I would be working through the parliamentarian office, which is the office that receives all redress of grievances. That's where my emperorship would be working through. And I would have command over all the military forces. That I'm definitely going to override in the Constitution. You may make decisions, but I make the last call, because that military has just killed too many people at the bequest of the United States citizen, who feels that they have no choice in the matter. Yes, you did. You had a choice starting in 1972. You continued to do it exactly the way, business as usual, just as the way you've been doing it. And that's where you've made your big mistake. Or I should say mistakes, plural. So now today I have to go file and fax something to these people at storage, etc., to halt any kind of auction that's going to take place. Hopefully it'll work. If it doesn't, I'll have to appear there and tell the people bidding that there's nothing really of great value. They'll put more work into trying to empty that storage than they will get any kind of money back. Remember, most of the stuff was museum stuff that cannot be sold. I went to the swap meet over here yesterday, and nobody was buying. Nobody wants to buy. They're all scared. My friend Sam at his antique store, he is got no customers. He doesn't know how he's going to come up with his rent this month. Anyway, I'm going to stop this recording here.